We're going to tap on going from self-doubt to self-trust. Now, the majority of us were raised to doubt ourselves from young. So you had an emotion or you had an idea, and then an adult would come and just, squash it on you. And that would happen over and over and over again because, as we all know, kids, what do they know, right? Adults know all the answers. They know exactly what's good, right, wrong, all of that, and kids don't know anything, right? So from young, majority of us learn to doubt ourselves, that we don't know what we're talking about or we don't know what we're saying. And this is what we're going to tap on today. I'm Diana Pascos, emotional freedom coach and energy healer. And if this video resonates with you, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. There's even more. As a child, you may have been also given responsibilities. Let's say a 7-year-old is given responsibilities of a 15-year-old, and they can't fully, take on that responsibility and have it done perfectly. So then the adult, of course, is wronging, shaming the child for doing not good enough of a job. Yet the child is 7, and this is for someone that's 15. That happens a lot. Emotions are silly. So as a child, you have an emotion, you have a feeling, and then all of a sudden you're getting, well, why are you crying? Or, whatever you may have gotten. There's so many different things I've heard. And this then develops self-doubt for oneself and their own emotions, that their emotions or how they're feeling or what's going on for them internally, right, is wrong. So there comes another piece of lacking self-trust, creating that self-doubt. And then what happens is also later on in life, you take all of these, then later on in life, we make mistakes because that's just part of life is, trial and error. And then we, solidify what we believed as children afterwards, that, to not trust ourselves or to doubt ourselves, I can't this, or I'm not capable of this, or I can't handle this, or I'm not good at this, or I'm not good enough, or blah, 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 right? You learn that as a child. As you get older, trial and error, what comes across as a mistake, you then solidify with, see, I'm right. See, I'm right. I don't know, right? So let's get past that. Let's get into self-trust. So get comfortable and let's begin tapping. Even though I have all these moments from childhood coming up in my life, I was always doing something wrong. I always had silly emotions, irrational emotions. I love that little child inside of me anyways. And even though the little child in me got scolded a lot, doing things wrong, and the emotions were silly, making mistakes, I love that little child within me. And even though the little child within me was scolded, was shamed, doing things wrong, having irrational emotions, I love that little child within me anyway. And take a nice deep breath in and out. Eyebrows. That little child within me. All those times doing something wrong. And then all those mistakes throughout my life. I've made so many mistakes in my life. I don't know if I can trust myself. I've made so many mistakes. I don't know if I can trust myself. Maybe I can trust myself. Maybe there's a part of me that can trust myself. How can I when I've made so many mistakes? And from childhood, all those moments, how can I trust myself? How do I know I'm capable? Maybe I can trust myself. Maybe I'm okay to trust myself. I'm in the process of learning to trust myself, that I am capable. And not everything will be perfect, but I can handle what comes my way. I can trust myself to handle what comes my way. Even if I get anxious, that's okay, because that'll pass too. The anxiousness will pass, and I can still do it. I can handle what comes my way. I can trust myself to navigate my life. And yes, life ebbs and flows. And I can trust myself to go through it. I can trust myself to ebb and flow. I've gone through so much in my life, and I've come out on the other side. I can do it moving forward. And now with even more grace as I evolve and release my fears and my self-doubt. I can trust myself. I am capable. Life ebbs and flows. I can handle the ebb and flow. I am capable. I can handle what comes my way. I am safe to trust myself. And so it is. And take a nice deep breath in and out. Let me know what comes up for you in the comments below.